everyone, and welcome to Songwriters Spotlight. My name is Joe Scott Schroeder, and I've got a special treat for you today. I'm with a dynamic duo of the Americana genre, Goldpine. Got Cassie, with a K, and Ben Wilson. How are you guys doing?
Doing good. Thanks for having us here on the show.
Yeah, so good.
Well, thank you for allowing me to take this in your studio, having the interview in your studio. Beautiful studio.
Thank you.
Like the guitars and everything.
I don't play any of them. So.
Yeah. Well, you just came off of a West Coast tour. Is that correct?
Yeah. We just got back in Nashville. What, 5 days ago?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. We were on the entire West Coast from San Diego to Seattle, and it was 2.5 months. It was long.
Yeah.
A little bit of it was exhausting.
Yeah.
And a lot of it was great. So
yeah, it was a good tour.
Yeah. And you got another one coming up.
We're going to the East Coast.
Yeah.
In a couple weeks.
We will be leaving, in less than 2 weeks. And then we're going to be out for 3 months on that run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Living in the van.
Yep.
Yeah, that's an experience. Well, you got to be exhausted. You guys tour all the time. I mean, it seems like you're never really off the road, except now. There's a little opportunity here, but
very rare that we're off the road.
Yeah.
And then when we are, I'm building out a brand new tour van, actually, right out back here.
Yeah.
In fact, while you were setting up, I cut a few pieces of wood for the...
Yeah, that'll work.
I could hear
I
you.
sanded a few things. I was like, well, might as well.
We should have recorded that. That would have been great DTS. No, it is amazing because I would be exhausted, like if I did that much. I mean, that's just a whole different lifestyle.
Yeah, it is. Ben is exhausted. He does most of the work.
Oh, that's what it is. He
I'm
takes
exhausted.
over some of that.
But as much
heavy
as we
work.
tour, we have to try to make touring sustainable and like our regular life.
Right.
And so we play 4 shows a week on average.
Yeah.
We'll take a couple days to do all the computer work that independent musicians do, booking, marketing, PR, everything, all the hats you wear. And then you got to like take the evenings and do normal things.
Right.
Go on a date night, go to movies.
Yeah.
We might find a church to go to somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, we got to try to make it like, this is our life. This is what we do.
Yeah.
Well, otherwise it's not sustainable.
Yeah, and I used to, it's the same principle, but I used to drive over the road. And so it's not a career, it's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
So that was...
It is,
You have to make it fit, some of these things. And that's what's interesting about married couples who are in the music business. They have to find time just to be themselves and as a couple, not just, as a group.
Yeah.
You have to be very intentional.
Yeah.
Very, very intentional.
Yeah.
Because your workday can never end.
Yeah.
Like literally. Like you hear that ding of an email and you're like, it's like you're like a dog. You're like, oh, did I get a new booking? What did we get?
Right.
And then you go and it's spam. But we have to be so intentional about making time for us and cutting off that part of our brain after a certain time and just trying to be present with each other.
Yeah.
We're still figuring it out.
We're still figuring it out.
Yeah. Well, you've been doing this for how many years now?
Full-time on the road, about 3 years.
About 3 years.
But full-time music, probably about 15 years.
Yes. You've been married 16.
Yeah.
So
We
that's
just celebrated it.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
you pretty much are married to both, music and yourselves.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I just want to highlight some things that you've already gone through and everything, because I think it's very important to know that when you're out touring, when you're out just in general as songwriters, I'm speaking to songwriters that are in the viewers, you have to be willing to understand that that's a whole different level of music. And I experience obviously a lot of songwriters here in Nashville and and writers' nights and things like that, and they're pretty comfortable. But then you talk about them going out on the road and stuff like that, which is necessary to make money, etc., make a living. They don't realize all the complexities of that and scheduling. Looking at touring, just to go back to that real quick, very good points of the tour, especially on the East Coast. As I was looking at that, that was. I mean, you're not
Does
like
a good job.
over here. You're not like over here in Illinois, and then you have to jump over the Rhode Island or something like that. You really mapped it out.
If I were doing it, it probably would be that way. 100% be that way.
It definitely would.
But it's not that. But
Ben's the one that's
Ben and our booking agent do all that.
Yeah,
it's really good. It's real tight. It's really good. And we're going to get to the origins of some of this, but I do want to point out in 2019, 2023, 2024, Bristol Rhythm Roots Reunion official performers. That's pretty cool.
That's a fun festival.
Yeah, getting consistent. Winner of the Rocky Mountain Songwriting Contest 2022. I'm just going to run through. I can't list all this stuff. My gosh. Let's talk about this because everybody wants, I guess, would know this. The 2023 KC Chiefs football game. You did the national anthem there. Performed that. How did you get that? I'm just curious because when I was researching this.
We made a video in our living room, and they saw the video, and they reached out 3 months later and asked us to sing, and we honestly thought that it was someone trying to scam us.
Oh, really?
We didn't think that it was real because we didn't think that. I mean, you don't ever really think that they're gonna pick you, and they did. And so it was really funny though because Ben was like, "I just don't know. I gotta check this up." So he literally was trying to call up to the headquarters office, and we're like trying to find out if it was really real because people try to scam you all the time.
Sure,
but it was real, and so it was such an honor and privilege. And we aren't the biggest sports fans.
Yeah.
I mean, we're kind of like, go sports.
Right.
And, but we are definitely big time Kansas City Chiefs fans now. And so they really rolled out the red carpet. It was just an experience we'll never forget. And we were able to bring Ben's mom and dad, my best friend and her husband, and my brother. And we all got tickets to the game, and we watched the game, and they got to come with us to sound check and get on the field in the middle of Arrowhead Stadium when it was completely empty while we were doing sound check. And so for like Ben's daddy and my brother that are huge sports fans, that was like a really big
that
deal.
That was heaven for them.
It was cool to be able to give that to them. And it was just a great experience that we'll never forget. We sing for audiences of all sizes, but that was the largest.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was cool.
That's kind of one of those highlights. Of
probably forever.
Yeah.
And Taylor Swift was there. I mean, who can say that Taylor Swift came to their show?
Exactly. Yeah.
It wasn't a show, but
But it was, I saw that, and you guys just seemed so confident when you sang. I mean, it was like,
thanks.
Pretty easy. I mean, it seemed like.
How many times did we sing that leading up?
Range,
so many times.
Reaching at the top at the end.
Well, thanks.
Man. Anyway,
I was wondering if that was going to come out. It did.
No, it was different in that, you don't normally hear it go up and rank, start going up in the pitch and stuff like that. I was like, bang. It's 2024 NPR Mountain Stage Performer hosted by Kathy Mattea. That was
cool. So cool.
Yeah.
And Susie Boggess was on the show that day.
Okay.
And like growing up growing up loving 90s country, to have Kathy Mattea and Susie on the same show. And at the end of that show, everybody that was on the show come out together and sing a song. Yeah. And so during rehearsal, Kathy asked me if I knew a particular song by Susie. And I was like, no, I don't know that one. And she was like, oh, well, I was going to ask you to sing a verse. And I was like, okay, I'll be in the green room learning it. And so we went to the green room and just learned it. And so we got to sing a verse of the song with Kathy and Susie and the rest of the people. But it was just like the little girl inside of me was like, this is so cool.
Oh, yeah.
So that was a career highlight that I'll never forget.
Yeah. Now, you played over 200 shows. My question was that in 2024 alone, or was that since you started? That's a lot of shows.
That was
one
just
year
last
alone.
year.
Just last year.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're on track to probably do the same this year or more.
I believe it. I believe it. I mean, God,
This guy.
you guys beat me out. Gosh. Okay. Let's talk about, well, I'll get to this. But I want to kind of know real quickly, and I'm sure everyone else would, how did you guys meet? I mean, I've read some research on this and some podcasts on this, but how did you, just real quickly, how did you guys get together? Because it's a good story.
We met at a small church just outside of Nashville in Antioch.
Mm-hmm.
I had just moved to town to go to audio production school. That's why I moved to Nashville.
SAE, I believe.
SAE, nice.
Very good.
And Cassie had been here for a couple years, going after country music.
Yeah.
And
which is different.
I had a friend who enlisted me to sing at this brand new church.
Yeah.
Didn't even have a building yet. We met in a school.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I played guitar with Brother Leroy, who played keyboard. That was the praise team.
I wonder what he's doing.
I don't know, but I could
Brother
not keep up
Leroy,
with
are
that
you
guy.
out there?
That guy played gospel keyboard, and I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah.
I was like, "What chords are you playing?"
Right.
So I attempted to play, and someone had invited her. There was like 20, 25 people that attended this church
If
plant.
that, yeah.
Yeah.
And Cassie was one of them. So she actually MySpaced me
Oh, MySpace.
a few times into visiting the church, and then we would go to like Texas Roadhouse with the church afterwards, and get to know each other a little bit.
I had to find out. I MySpaced him because I didn't know if he had a girlfriend. And so I asked him to go to a day lunch. Like, would you like to grab lunch sometime? Because I needed to find out if he had a girlfriend, because I needed to find out if I need to get rid of her. But he didn't have one.
He didn't have one. Fortunately for you and for her, I guess.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, though. And so, with that, I know just when I read stuff like this, you guys, basically, you would kind of cover each other when you're performing. Probably more for him or for her than
Oh yeah.
for you for her.
She was already doing stuff
She
in
was doing
Nashville. So like when she would play a songwriter round,
Yeah.
I would attempt to play guitar. I really wasn't a
did.
great guitar player, and I didn't want to play guitar when I moved to Nashville because it was just
Oh, interesting.
intimidating.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd play a little bit for her, and
So you're an amazing guitar player now.
Oh,
well, now
my
I'm a
God.
lot better. But when I moved to Nashville, I was like, God, what's the point in me playing guitar? It's just like, there's no point.
Well,
Finally, I got over that.
but you had a different style of music. Yours is country, but yours is more
Yeah.
like
Alternative rock,
alternative rock.
alternative folk rock
Yeah. Right.
background.
Right.
But in high school, well, all up through the middle of high school, my family and me only listened to like CCM, Christian contemporary music.
Yeah.
That's what I grew up on.
That's what I kind of grew up on.
So I didn't have a diverse background in music. I don't have a diverse background in music.
Right.
What? Yeah.
I couldn't tell.
So
No.
so yeah, I branched out to alternative rock and whatnot in high school, and then I started doing like alternative folk rock as a solo artist.
Oh, okay.
And what I play like 1 or 2 shows as a solo artist, whatever.
Yeah. We'll hear another Bob Dylan song here. No, it's a little different. But that kind of that interesting melding, because I can tell on your, of course, your albums and stuff like that. We're going to talk about that a little bit more. But I could tell that there's a little bit of country, a little bit of folk, in there. And of course,
Right.
It all comes from Americana and that sort of thing. But you're not like locked into it. You call it aggressive Americana. Kind of.
Yeah.
That was one term you used.
Yeah.
I kind of call it assertive, but I wouldn't be
Assertive Americana.
rebellion, I'm gonna fight you kind of thing. But I do like the idea that you stay within the genre, but you don't like totally married to it, I guess, in that sense.
Yeah.
You know, you're especially musically, in the third album we're going to talk about, but you kind of explored a little bit more. There's a weird sound.
Yeah, we had some space sounds.
Space sounds. Yeah. It was anyway. So it's that type of thing. Anybody who's, and I invite you to listen to the music because it is different. It's not your your traditional Americana, and not that there's room for that, but there's just not that type of thing. It's
right.
You got it's got the foundation of that, but not locked into that. I like that.
Thank you.
That's one of the things. I mean, I've been listening to your stuff ever since we reached out to each other, and it's different. I'm like, yeah, I'm getting to like this.
Thank you.
Thank you.
On that. Now I have to ask this. You were called originally My One and Only, and there's a story to that, just in a sense of why you had changed that. Why did you go from My One and Only to Goldpine?
Yeah, Ben.
Yeah,
Well,
come on, Ben.
let's see. It's really hard coming up with a band name.
Yeah. Sure.
You think and you write things down, you make a list, you knock stuff off the list,
Right.
then you come up with something, and then you're stuck with that for potentially ever.
Yeah.
Well, we came up with My One and Only after a long process, and there was several reasons behind that, our marriage and our faith and whatnot. But the only thing that people would respond to it with is the MC would now announcing on stage, My One and Only, and then all the women in the audience would just be like, "Oh, that is so sweet." Oh. And somehow I did not think that would happen with that name.
Right.
I don't know why. I mean, looking back on it, I see
for sure.
why.
But I'm not.
So
I don't know
that's
why.
not exactly what I was going for. I wasn't going for like a sweet, shallow, love
Lovey-dovey
songs name. And so we went for something a little bit more aggressive, mysterious.
Yeah.
That's what we changed to Goldpine.
And why Goldpine? Because you've got.
So we wanted something just unique and different, something that matched our music
Yes.
better than My One and Only, and not such a mouthful. And when we came up with it, it's funny when you start trying to name a band, you think of street names where you grew up on, or places you used to go, or all this stuff. And so I grew up on Pines Road in Summerville, Alabama. And so we kind of felt like that is like the past. And then gold is the element that when it goes through fire, it just refines and gets even better.
Yeah.
And so we want that to be our future. And then we just made up our own word. Goldpine.
Yeah, you did. You did. It was funny because when I was doing a little bit of research, I looked up goldpine.com and it's available. But Goldpine Music is you got taken that. So I was like,
we should have took goldpine.com.
Yeah.
I think the reason we didn't is because everything else all across the board is Goldpine Music on our socials.
No, totally makes
And when
sense.
we looked to change it all, there was like a logging company or some kind of in Canada or something that had Goldpine. So they took it first.
Well, that kind of makes sense. Goldpine Music. Yeah. I mean, because people think, what are they into, like metals or something?
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Got a little
Well, we're going to move along here because I want to get to these, especially the third album. But and we're going to listen to. We're going to have this later on, but I want to kind of introduce one of the songs that they off the third album. There's 3 albums out, respectfully named 1, 2, and 3. You guys just came out with 3 on Friday, the 11th.
July 11th,
July 11th. Please stream it, whatever you got, buy it, all that stuff, because it's really good, very good. There's 9 tracks on it, and I'll get through what the songs are called and stuff like that. But where are you guys both originally from?
I'm from Iowa.
Okay.
I was born and raised there.
Yeah.
Graduated high school there.
Where in Iowa?
Oskaloosa, Iowa.
Okay.
Well, that's where I graduated high school.
Okay.
And my family all still lives in Oskaloosa and Ottumwa, Iowa.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I'm from Alabama, so I was born in Coleman, but I was
Okay.
raised in Somerville, Alabama.
Oh, okay.
The country, like we didn't have a red light.
You have running water. I'm just kidding. It wasn't.
So our first house, like
MySpace.
my first trailer that we had, did you say MySpace? You're like,
No.
girl, you old.
No, I was
Girl,
thinking,
you
that's all
old.
had was my.
No, our trailer on Pines Road that we
Yeah.
had before my daddy built us a house.
Right.
We had well water for a
Oh.
while. And like, I remember like, cause we were out in the country,
Yeah.
like also we had the huge, satellite dishes
Yeah.
that,
Oh yeah.
so you could pick up cable, I guess. and-
alien out there.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
an alien. And then when I finally got a cell phone, which was my senior year of high school, you had to drive 2 miles down the road for it to pick up. So it was
Oh,
pointless
gosh,
to even
yeah.
have one.
That's funny. So very humble beginnings.
Way more humble before that, but yeah. Mhm.
I have an affinity toward Iowa because I used to go to school out by Dubuque, Iowa.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, there's a college Society of Divine Word out there.
Okay.
Anyway, little small town, probably just as small as yours, and that sort of thing. And I went out there for a few years.
Nice.
What? Another history thing. What did you do before you got into music, or when did you start getting into music? You were talking about high school a little bit there, but
I got interested in music mainly because of the youth band at my church
Yeah.
that I was a part of when I was all throughout high school. Four of us guys, and we were called Freed.
Freed.
Shout out to Freed.
Yay, Freed.
And
Rock on. Yeah.
we recorded the first time I ever been in a studio. We recorded a 5-song EP in Pella, Iowa, in a studio like probably not much bigger than this studio.
Yeah.
And man, when I went in that studio, I was like, this is a cool place.
Right.
Like it just feels alive and it feels inspiring and welcoming in there. And that's what eventually led me to go to Nashville to go to SAE, the audio production school. So it was Freed was responsible for wanting to perform and for audio engineering.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
I don't even remember what the question was.
Yeah, that wasn't the question.
What was the question?
No, that's we're
Well, what we
before
did before
music,
music.
and pretty much got it. Why'd you get it? Yeah.
Right. So
Okay.
that was the end. That was
Yeah.
the second part of the question.
Yeah. Well, did you have people in your family? Relatives?
No. Well, my brother Nathan taught me like a couple chords on guitar. My
Right.
grandpa's old Sears guitar. But besides that, is it here?
Isn't that it?
No, it's downstairs.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
downstairs. Okay.
Besides that, nobody in my family is musical
Oh wow.
at all,
Yeah.
and Nathan doesn't even play guitar anymore.
Right.
So, yeah, it's a very foreign field for my family. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Well, what did I do before music? I cleaned a lot of toilets.
Nice.
I cleaned people's houses
Yeah.
for extra money. Even when I was like growing up, just in school, I remember cleaning all our neighbors' houses and stuff to make money.
Yeah.
I was always kind of a hustler. So like
Yeah.
I was, like most people would go to Florida for spring break and I stayed back, and I also worked at a tanning salon.
Right.
And so I would just stayed back and work super hard, lots of hours, so I could
Buy the muffler on your Mustang or something like that, right?
the catalytic converters. So I could, I'm from
That's so
Alabama.
Alabama right there.
And so I would stay back for that. So I worked at tanning salons and cleaned houses.
Yeah.
So then but I always sang. Like I just remember always singing and just loving singing to the radio and just like annoying my brother. My brother would be like, please make her stop.
Right.
And you want me to stop now, Kevin? Okay, look at me. I'm just kidding. No, but my mom, he used to be like, make her stop. And so I was annoying. But anyways,
Yeah.
Then I sang in like choir and at my papa's church when I would go and visit him. And I always I always loved it and enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Never thought of it as a career, never wanted to do it, never on the radar. Never was I like, I want to be a professional singer.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. I was a cheerleader and I thought I would do cheerleading forever.
Oh, wow.
In college, I thought I would own a gym. I thought I'm looking, it's just
you had-
crazy. And, but I didn't realize that I had a gift until later in life. And I didn't move to Nashville to start pursuing it till I was 19.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Funny
See,
how you think you're going to do
that's-
something.
Well, when you get that bug, it's some of the songwriters that are watching this, they feel it. When you get it, you got to go, I got to pursue that. I got to go after it.
Sure,
and if it doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you.
Yeah.
But you've got to, you being called to do that, and things like that, which you definitely have a gift. Both of you guys. Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So well. We'll talk about that later too. So basically, you didn't have the luxury of really that many people in your life who were musically oriented or anything like that.
No. I always wonder what it could have been like to have somebody in the family who had been in the music industry. And a lot of my friends do, their parents were singers or whatever.
That's what my dad was.
He
owned his own band. And
and so what a head start that would be,
Yep.
Like you'd have connections, you'd have ideas.
Guidance.
Already, guidance. It'd be a big deal.
Yeah,
Right.
So we're late bloomers, I think.
we are. But you know what? Bloom, baby, bloom.
But boy,
You
are we
guys
gonna bloom.
you
Boy,
guys
we
are
blooming.
You guys are definitely blooming.
That's like the new quote. Bloom.
Bloom.
Okay. Would you perform one of your songs for us off the new album 3?
Yeah.
Sure. Got one in mind?
You have a thing in mind. I know you guys are talking about that. Understand.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's one of my favorites. And I knew that even before you said that it was one of your favorites. So
Yeah.
kind of oriented in it. But it is one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
So understand.
You could never know how these things they will change through the years. Love never looks the same. And you doubt the love that comes from these gentle hands. If only I could show it in a way that you'd understand. I believe in love. I believe in love. They try to put it up on the silver screen, but that could never hold all its complexities. I believe in love.
Now 16 years have come and passed us by, but I confess I still haven't been able to see through your eyes. You still doubt the love that comes from these two hands. If only I could understand.
I believe in love. I believe in love. They try to put it up on the silver screen, but that could never hold all its complexities. I believe in love. I am just a woman,
And I am just a man.
if only I could show my love in a way you'd understand.
Okay, your album 3. You've got Alabama Born, just to give you an idea, kind of the flavor of it. And I want to talk about that too, kind of what you kind of are focusing on compared to 1 and 2, which are really good in and of themselves as well. But Alabama Born, Confessions, Understand, Lean Into the Turns, which is one of my favorite too. Love Is, Down the Line, Space, Star Spangled Banner. I want to talk about that.
We didn't write that one.
No, you didn't. You wish you had.
Oh,
Boy,
gosh.
Boy, that royalties off that would have been golden. Anyway, Goldpine. Stumbling Stone, which is one of my favorite as well. So there's nine songs on there. It was written and recorded on the road, from what I understand, at live performances at Green Sound in Nashville, which I've never been to. I'd like to go.
You're here.
You're here.
This is Green.
This is it.
Okay, I'm here.
Yep, this is the
I was
studio.
trying to look
Yeah.
Sorry.
Here
But-
in that room over
Yeah.
there.
Well, then that solves it for me because I was looking for it. I
Got it.
hadn't been there.
We don't
but I was looking
advertise.
for it. No, but this is Green Sound. Well, there, I'm here. Yeah, that's cool. It was produced by both of you guys, and you produced the first one and the second one, right? Or was it?
We did them together, yeah,
Yeah.
all the albums.
Andrea did the first one.
Oh, no, that's my one and only.
Oh, wow.
That's okay.
I remember them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
Well,
we-
you reproduced one of your songs, but
That's funny.
yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Well, the producing is a whole nother level, as well as in like I want to get into this as well, because of your background with audio engineering and stuff. A lot of this has come through. Like it's a flavor of your style, that type of thing, and it's like I said, it's really unique. It's different. It's not just your standard Americana stuff. So I appreciate that.
Thanks.
Because I produce my own stuff and whatnot.
It's
So
hard.
It's real hard to do, like jack of all trades, kind of
Yeah.
the Ben of all trades. But,
Okay, actually, that they should change that saying to that.
Yeah.
The Ben of all
Well,
trades.
yeah.
That's so good. So good.
But this album was mastered by Dave McNair.
Mhm.
Is that correct? Yeah. Looking on my notes here, all the instruments by both of you except the B3 organ, which I love the B3 organ. On Lean Into the Turn, and that was by Jack Foster. I'm assuming the second electric guitar on Lean Into the Turn is by Radney Foster, so they're related.
Yeah. Jack is Radney's son.
I don't want to make an assumption. But
Yeah.
I don't know the guy, so
Yep.
I was just so who's the senior? I guess Radney's the senior.
Radney's the
and
Jack is Radney's son.
Son, yeah.
And Radney, we did the duet with Radney Foster,
Yes.
which is Lean Into
That's
the
right. He was
Turns.
vocal.
And that was a cool experience.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Radney, well, you've been a fan of Radney since you were
Yeah.
singing into a hairbrush.
Yes. As a little girl, I just remember watching CMT and GAC and just loving Radney. And never in a million years did I think that we would be opening shows for him, playing with him, sometimes as a trio. Never thought we would write a song with him. And for sure never thought that I would be singing a duet with him on my album. And it's just like this full circle. And to call him our friend, it's just so weird and awesome. So yeah, we wrote that song together. It was the last song to make the album. And it was perfect having him play guitar on it and his son play guitar, B3 on it.
Right.
It's one of my favorite songs too. And it allows me to really get to lean into the turns to my countryside because it's there, but I really got to lean into it with Radney because he's so country. I love his voice so
his voice is
much.
cool on that song.
He just has the best voice ever, and so it was a treat getting to collaborate with him.
Right, right. Well, he's very gifted, especially in that song. That song, really good song.
Also, I want to say, I did not play the harmonica. That's our friend.
Well, and I was just about to
I was like, I didn't, when you said that y'all played them, I thought, I was like, it would be so nice to act like that was me.
Oh,
but,
man.
Bryn
Scott
Bryn
Grimes is our friend that played that
He is.
on Confessions. And man,
He's the best
he's
harmonica player I've ever heard.
And you play harmonica.
I
That's
blow
why.
into it and make noise. What Bryn does, Bryn is a harmonica genius.
Right.
We met him years ago, and the first time I heard him, I was like, he's from Canada. And we heard him, and I was like, oh my gosh. So he just like sat in with us. And I was like, man, I wish he lived in Nashville. And then he moved to Nashville, and he's played harmonica on both of our albums. He's played harmonica with us live. Bryn Scott Grimes, look him up. He is the most down-to-earth, kindest human and best harmonica player I've ever heard.
Yeah. She cried the first time he played with us, and not because it was bad.
I did cry.
Well, and I actually followed him on Instagram and heard some of his stuff.
It's great, isn't he?
Yeah, very good. So introduced me to somebody I didn't know. How is this album different than your other albums?
Well, I'll go first, and you can talk about production. Every album that we do is like a new walk or a new season of our life. Ben is wanting us to put out an album a year, and I'm trying to get him to pump the brakes on that. But it's just like get to know us. We're very open and honest with our lyrics, but it's like you get to know us because we're storytellers and we write about what we go through personally. And so basically, if you want to know how our year's been, you just listen to our songs. And so I love that about, I guess that also would be, how is it the same as the one, but it's also how it's different because it's just always a reflection of what's going on in our life at that time. Now the production is a whole nother world.
The thing that's different about this album is what you mentioned earlier, is that we recorded almost all the things you're hearing were recorded live on the road. So I had this equipment right over here, case that I took of studio equipment for a couple different tours last year. And we'd set it up at the live shows, run all of our stuff through it, and record all these songs. And then I might take like one song from this song in Grand Junction, Colorado, or I might take a song from Phoenix, Arizona. And I might even put some together, the chorus of one, just it was fun doing that kind of stuff. But we wanted to have that live energy on the record because live is what we do. Live is where we tell stories. Live is where we connect with the audience. Live is the best part of us, I guess. And we're trying to capture that as much as possible in the recording. So that is what you're hearing, a lot of live stuff.
Well, this came over when I was listening to it, and just in general, that whole idea of connecting with your audience, and that like you're telling them your story, and they're like gravitating toward that. They understand that you know, and that's what you want as a songwriter. Of course, you want to be able to tell and reach that emotion and stuff like that. But not that you can't get that in a sterile environment of a studio or
Yeah.
And I keep trying to think,
even
like,
a writer's night. Sometimes you can't get that, you know, because everybody's on their phone, talking to other people and things like that. I've noticed, you know, it's almost like you have to like lower your singing for that so they can really listen in, stuff like that. But you talk about this, you know, there's other interviews, and you talked about that connection with.
It's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
That's why we really love. That's why I think that I do music is because of, I think both of us, because of the connection at a live show. Mm-hmm. If we were just doing music, recording it, and then like having a bunch of success on Spotify and online, like, I don't know, it'd be okay. We'd make some money, I guess. But it's really cool being out there, like, seeing all these people that we haven't seen in so long, for instance, friends and relatives, and seeing communities come together for a shared interest of music, or people talking about stories that they connected with after the show and stuff like that. It's really, music is a really special thing, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
Yeah. Well, for those who haven't gone out and played live, or you know, you figure, you know, people really won't listen. Yeah, they listen. If your song is good enough, they'll listen, and they do you a favor by really being there. Think of it that way. But you know, this whole idea, you gather a lot of energy off those people when they are listening. I've noticed it from my own experience and stuff like that. It puts you in a different state, and you perform much better. You look at it as being, we're sharing this. I'm not just singing it to you. I'm not just performing, you know, that kind of thing. Because a lot of times in the writers' nights, things like that, there's kind of a break in there. Like, there's a performance, and then there's the audience. And it's like there's not a lot of connection, and some of that's just because you're new or they're new to the audience. But you can tell the difference between people that draw you in, the performer drawing you in, as opposed to just performing. They have it's not just a story; it's the way they entertain. I guess that's best way of saying it. There's not a lot of entertainers in a sense where people really they gravitate toward that personality of what you're trying to bring out in the song and all that stuff like that. So, the entertainment side of things, or just the invitation that you give by your song. You know, people can relate, and a lot of that, of course, is the way you've written, excellent writing, and all that stuff like that. And I get that, but you got to understand your audience too. Understand where they're coming from, what experiences they've gone through, and one of the things you don't have to like love is and understand. You don't have to like, here's love, here you go, and you directly talk about it. But people go, oh yeah, I've experienced that, or I know that. There's a thing where I've written music, and one song I've written 30 miles out, just as a personal note, 30 miles out, and it's talking about a father and a son on a farm, and how he's leaving, he has to leave, he feels called to teach and things like that, but then he comes back, and joins back up with his father, and he basically has a house 30 miles out, and it's whatever, those kind of things. But it's one of those things where I'm going, my dad and I never had a farm, we lived in the city, but it's that whole idea of union between the father and son, that special bond.
Yeah, and everybody can relate with that in some way.
Yeah, and some people would say, well, you have to live through it, and have to do it. No, you just have to touch that emotion, or touch that theme, whatever it is. But you guys talk just kind of the opposite. These are things you've gone through, like more real to you. Okay, would you perform another song on the album?
Yeah, let's do it.
Which one would you like to perform?
Oh, putting us on the spot.
I'll let you decide.
Yeah.
Don't worry
Let's
about it.
decide as we
Yeah.
pull the guitar out.
Yeah.
I told him to be prepared.
It's no problem. I'm sure it's going to be good.
Hey, my name is Jack, and I think I might have a problem. I hold a key in the palm of my hand, and it might be the cause of my downfall. And I can't steal my mind anymore. I can't feel the things I did before. I'm codependent, unrelenting, and it beats me too. Now I'm here confessing that to you. Dopamine, well, it used to make me fly. Now it's all I can do to just feel fine. Well, I stagger along, the ringer on, and there's nothing left to do. Now I'm here confessing that to you. Hey, my name is Jack, and I think I might have a problem. I hold a key in the palm of my hand, and it might be the cause of my downfall. And there's a cloud hanging over me. I've been living in the make-believe. My vision's blurred and I'm concerned. I can't tell fiction from truth. Now I'm here confessing that to you. All right. I keep trying to convince myself that it's all in good health. But the promise of a newfound love is fragile as the screen. Now it's here confessing that to me. Hey, my name is Jack, and I think I might have a problem. I hold a key in the palm of my hand, and it might be the cause of my downfall. And hey.
All right, great. Okay, I want to just real quickly talk about the creative process.
Sure.
Where do you draw inspiration from when you're writing new material? While driving, listening to conversations. How do you? What gives you the inspiration and the ideas?
It's different things. For me, sometimes if I'm listening to somebody else's music, I think that one funny thing that happens is I think that they say one thing,
Right.
and then when I listen back, I'm like, oh, they didn't say that; they said something else.
Yeah.
But then that sparks an idea in me, like, oh, well, that idea is available, so I can write that song.
Yeah.
So sometimes something like that, or sometimes you're just going through life and you see a weird irony in life, a weird thing, or a thing that people or I haven't seen that certain side of. I haven't seen that perspective of that thing before. And I want other people to see that perspective.
Yeah.
And so it might be something like that.
Yeah.
But it can be a variety of things. What about you?
I mean, I normally want to write when I've like, gone through something really hard.
Yeah.
He's so good at being disciplined to make himself write, but I kind of just don't want to unless I need to like go through something myself, like as free therapy or just to get it out. Mm-hmm. So I normally want to write when I've gone through something really hard or traumatic, which I'm glad that doesn't happen too much often. But so just anything like with personal things, like with my family members or just things that have been really hard, that's when I usually want to write. But Ben's so good about it, and he writes a lot now on his own, and then he'll just bring the ideas to me, and then I'll basically just put some bows on it and tell him, I think we should do this or this or this, and then I'll just collaborate with him to make it better. But he does most of the writing now.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now, recently. Mm-hmm.
Right. Do you just jot it down? Do you put it in your phone? Is that...
The phone is used a lot.
That's what I use.
Yeah. And it's funny, the notes in the iPhone, like I might have 2 lines of something and I'll write it down.
Yeah.
And then the next day I'll have a totally another idea of a couple lines. And so there's like tons of half ideas in there. And I like to go back through and like,
even in my phone.
Yeah.
I've got the same thing.
I mean, they go like 10 years back probably, these notes.
Yeah.
And it's fun to go back and then you read those and you're re-inspired by what you were originally inspired by.
Yeah.
And then you can start writing again. You go back to another idea. And so for me, going back to ideas constantly and back and forth is a big process of how I write.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody's got a different style. I get it. But I think the question to ask is, what do you start with the music first or do you start with the lyrics first? You know, that type of thing. For me, it's both. It just depends. Most of the time, it's the music first.
Oh, really?
The melody, and then it starts spurring on some. And a lot of it's when I'm driving, stuff like that.
Yeah. Driving is inspiring for some reason. I don't know why. Especially late at night.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I love it.
Oh my gosh.
So
I love it.
You pretty much do the melody first, or you do
No, it's usually lyrics
Words,
first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I always wondered if there's like a different feel of music for people who write melody first and lyrics first.
Yeah.
But I do, if I have a musical idea, I put it in my voice memos. An upbeat musical idea for 10 seconds. So sometimes I go take my lyric idea and then sift through my musical ideas and see if they match.
Oh, okay.
But it's usually lyrics first.
Yeah.
And me too.
Same
Always lyrics, because I don't play anything. I mean, I don't play guitar or piano. So
anything. I just have a great voice.
But I will sometimes just kind of like hear a melody, and so I will just sing it into the iPhone, voice memos. But normally I'm just writing words and then occasionally voice memoing it.
Right.
And then I bring it to Ben and say, do something.
Make it, create magic.
Yeah, and he does.
Do you collaborate with anyone? Or you just pretty much yourself?
Rarely, but we have.
Yeah.
In fact, we just wrote a song with a friend of ours the other day that hopefully will make the album.
Yeah, Abigail Oakley.
Abigail.
But rarely do we collaborate.
That's about it.
Oh, Radney, yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. It's fine. You guys collaborated enough on that. But I noticed that, in Nashville especially, if you haven't come to Nashville, come to Nashville because you will collaborate with.
Yeah.
You should, because 2, 3, 4, 5 sometimes heads are better than one. So I would recommend collaboration. Yes, you can do it on your own and things, and there are people that do well on their own as well. But collaboration is always a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys,
my gosh.
that's okay. You guys have
get the laundry out. Your alarm's going off.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Let me cut it off.
I get it.
I have to set alarms for myself.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Okay, do you want to know what that alarm was for?
To set another alarm to take the laundry out. What?
It was to ask Ben if he wanted the air fryer that I put in the Walmart
cart.
pickup cart.
Oh, okay.
And no, I don't want it.
we have a new van that he's building,
Yeah.
and there's like Walmart day sales, and today's the last one.
Yeah. It's like the Prime Day.
That's
Walmart.
exactly
Walmart Prime Day.
They gotta
So-
touch some of that. They gotta give
So
me-
sorry for the interruption, but Walmart was calling.
Walmart, if Walmart calls, you answer.
It's funny.
I'm going to go through this pretty quickly because again, I don't want to take up your time too much. How do you think your music has kind of evolved? Like, it's obviously getting better.
It is getting better. The more and more you write, the better you're going to get. But I think that our music has evolved because we are evolving as people continually.
Yes.
You know,
Very good point.
we're maturing, we're growing in every area, and like in life, our character as a couple, as a friend, you know, we're striving to be better people.
Yeah.
And just as you get older, you get wiser, and
Yeah.
then you learn things, and you've learned things the hard way. But it's just like this ever evolving, you're ever growing. So I think that we'll always continue to get better
Yeah.
because we're hopefully all getting to be better people and better versions of ourselves as we were designed to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true. And case in point, like I can look back on some of my one and only songs and some of Goldpine songs that we recorded,
Yeah.
and like tilt my head like, I don't know about that song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one on one or two.
Yeah.
And hopefully that becomes less and less, and we get to the point to where like I think every song is solid on this record.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see if that
Well,
ever happens.
We're on 3, so maybe that'll happen on like album 47.
47. Well, and I didn't have this written down, but the question is, you know, does your personality, person, character, all that stuff as matures? Does your music mature, or does your music influence maturity? Because you're delving into areas you never would have gotten into unless you explored how to write better and things like that. It's kind of an interesting question about that. Not that you have to answer it. I was just trying to throw that out there as a kind of rhetorical question because
Yeah.
I think that's something to think about for me. Real quickly, what do you think about the music industry itself and like AI and all that stuff like that? I mean,
Yeah, nuts.
probably
Huh?
hits a nerve in a certain sense, but
It's like
what do you think about that?
AI in particular.
Just in the music industry itself, and to include AI, and how that's evolving.
Well, I'll speak on the music industry itself. I think obviously now more than ever, an independent musician is able to do so much on their own. They're able to do everything that a label or a big business could do, and they can do it on their own now. It's hard. It's hard to do on your own, and you have to learn so many things. But I love it for that. And we wear so many different hats. We wear PR hats. We wear marketing hats. We wear booking hats, songwriting hats, ordering
media.
our own social media, ordering our own merchandise, like all of these
Designing,
hats. And the good thing about that is you become so well-rounded, you're almost ensuring yourself a long career.
Yeah.
Because you're not relying on somebody to do the marketing. And then when they go away, you're like, what the heck do I do now?
Yeah.
Like you're doing it all, you know how to do it. And so as much as it is a lot of work, I think you're ensuring a long game, which is nice.
Because we don't need anybody. It would be nice to have, it'll be nice to get to the point to where we're growing so much we have to have somebody, but we don't need to have anyone because we can do everything ourselves.
Right.
It would just be a blessing to be able to have the load lightened. But because I say, Ben does everything, I do the social media. I pick out the colors for
You do
our
PR?
shirts. I do the PR. So yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we can do it ourselves, but it'll be nice to when we don't have to.
Yeah. Well,
Record 47.
this is an industry where you have to do almost everything to be able to make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, because people lose a sense of creativity and you get frustrated with having to focus on the business side. But
I know.
It's so hard.
Whole hard.
Business, it's music business. So you have to embrace that and
Yep.
hopefully like it enough to do, things at least initially and then get a team and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like that. But for people that don't get into social media, and I've had people tell me that I'm not a social media, person. I'm not this. I'm not that. Well, you got to be. You got to at least connect.
It's
with
a
somebody
tool.
that can do that. Yeah,
It is a tool
It's
if
the
you
most-
use it.
with promotion and stuff.
Yeah.
and everything.
It's
So,
the most powerful place to market, to promote,
absolutely. It's
and
free,
it's-
generally,
and it can be free. Yeah,
I
and you can
know what
obviously
mean.
do
Yeah,
paid
you pay
stuff,
for it,
but yeah, that is a great opportunity.
It's been
Yeah,
a game changer for us to being able for Ben does all the marketing and it's a big deal. So when people are so resistant, it's like I know there's definitely negative to social
Yeah.
media, but when you're using it for your job, like it's a tool, just like a microphone, just like a camera.
Yeah,
It is a tool, and if you use it, there's a payoff.
yeah,
Right.
And I feel like we're using it really this year is when we've really started seeing like tremendous growth from using it for our advantage.
yeah.
And if people can think about it like that, well, you don't have to have a microphone to sing, but
Yeah.
doesn't it sound better
Yeah.
when you use one?
Right.
So why wouldn't you use one?
And this is the same with AI. Going back to what you're saying,
Yeah.
is AI in itself a good or bad thing? And it's like asking what all of these things is a microphone a good or a bad thing? If you have a cat singing to that microphone,
Mhm.
could be a bad thing.
Mhm.
But if you have Aretha Franklin singing to that microphone, could be a great thing.
Yeah.
So AI is the same way.
Yeah.
AI has been super beneficial for us in PR stuff, in creation of different online materials and whatnot. But it could be used for bad things, like writing a song,
yeah.
and then saying I wrote this song, or writing a review or in a periodical and saying this is what I wrote. You
Right.
know? So
Right.
so it just depends on how you use this.
It's
But
tools.
again, it's a tool.
And that's a cool keyword, tool.
Yeah.
Because I know some people can use it and it would benefit them, as long as they don't, do everything. It doesn't do everything for you, kind of thing. Use it creatively.
Mhm.
It works.
Yeah.
And it certainly, condenses things and speeds things up.
And
Or
that's a
you-
big thing
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
So time.
Yes.
So for example, what I love most about AI is the search engine to find me things that I'm trying. Like I don't do anything
Research.
like research.
It does the research for you.
And it does it so quick where I would spend hours and hours like and it just is what it just is what it is, and that's what I would do to find all the things that I was looking for. And it blows my mind how something that I was looking for, I can put it in there in 17 seconds. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh. And I'm just now jumping on board to it because I was like
Right.
a little late. And I wasn't resistant. I didn't know it was out there.
Yeah.
And so now I'm like, man, this is such a blessing.
Yeah.
There is a lot of bad to it, but man, it's a great tool.
Yeah.
It saves so much time.
And then people either stay out of it or they jump into it,
Yeah.
And I jump into it. I'm just like, because I'm curious more than anything.
Yeah.
About stuff and how it can work for me as a business and things
Yeah.
like that. But I was just kind of curious about that for you guys because it doesn't change your approach or anything like that. I don't see that, not any that way. But it would make things a lot easier.
Yeah.
Just the technical side of coming up with whatever, set lists and whatever. I'm just using examples, an example of that, but just something.
Or just looking like
just
for an
make it
email to
quicker.
something.
Yeah.
Like when I'm trying to find, and it could be something so simple,
Yeah.
but yet so hard to find. Like if I'm looking for an email for the person that does the booking for a morning show in Kansas because we're going to be playing a show there, and I want to shoot them an email to pitch us to be on the morning show like where I would have to go through all these hoops and bounds, and
Yeah.
10 seconds, there it is. And I'm like, wow, what a blessing.
Right.
So it's a tool. Don't be a tool, use tools.
I was going to wait for this question, but I think it's kind of along the lines of what we talked about. What is something that you would impress or want to give advice on with regard to keeping true to their music despite all this new technology and things like that? If somebody were to come up to you and say, "Hey, I'm thinking about using this or using that or whatever," and stuff like that, but and your first question would be, "Have you ever written a song?" Or whatever they're using. They're trying to kind of bypass that creative process. What's your thoughts on of that kind of
Yeah.
thing? Yeah.
I've never used AI for writing or coming up with creativity or lines or anything like that, but I imagine a lot of people do. I imagine you're kind of talking about AI when you're saying that.
Or anything with technology.
Yeah. But I would say AI with songwriting inspiration, and I could change my mind later, but it feels not genuine to me.
Yeah.
Like you have a last line to come up with, and you just can't I'm just going to search in ChatGPT. What line would work here?
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
Right.
I don't think it's genuine. But if you've got other technologies that you can use that can make your work process faster or whatever, that's not impeding or not falsely giving you inspiration, if you know what I'm saying,
sure,
then I would say go for that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the reason why I asked that question is because there's, I'm meeting with a lot of songwriters who are kind of stuck, and they're trying to work their way around that stuck. And they're not, they're going, this is too hard, I can't. No, you can create. You just gotta really get inspiration from someone else who's written before, or even reading something or whatever. Go the natural way in that sense, not using these things, technology as a crutch.
Yeah.
And you can tell when some of that is happening because the rhyming is kind of rudimentary, or it's not. Country music is really good about twisting some of these things. As far as the coming up with one-liners and things like that, and then just creatively doing that. But when somebody's kind of simply doing that, either they're not developed enough, or they're just using that stuff as a way to write their own stuff, music.
I would say the only time that I would feel comfortable using AI in the songwriting process would be at the very beginning, and I've never done this, but at the very beginning when you're like, okay, I want to write a song about a fast car or something like that. Mm-hmm. And if you're just needing ideas of where to start the song, you might just, okay, AI, tell me about fast cars.
Yeah.
And then you might be like, oh, the GT, or more about cars than me.
Yeah.
And then you're just getting initial ideas from AI. But I think beyond that, it feels not genuine to me.
Yeah.
Because repetition is what's gonna, I think, help people to be inspired more. Yeah. Taking more time to, okay, I'm gonna sit down and take time to what kind of ideas and song lyrics can I come up with. Right. Taking the time to do it is a big deal.
Yeah. A lot of people don't want to spend that time.
Right. Yeah. I know they don't.
So they, like I said, they kind of use it.
Yeah, I hear.
Way out of it. And nothing wrong with it, using some of these tools. But I'm just noticing that more and more. And I honed in on that with you guys because you're not doing that, and you're thinking about what you're, what you're creating. And these are tools that you use, but you just don't. It's not. We need to get back to that. We need to really get back to that. People that are using too much of this stuff, and production-wise, it sounds too perfect, and it's all that. It doesn't need to be. Anyway, I could talk for hours on that whole thing. Can we hear another song from your newest album?
Yeah, let's do it.
I was walking the road alone. I stumbled on the stumbling stone. My shoulders suffering a heavy load. I stumbled on the stumbling stone. Glory to God in the highest, for he has done great things. But men of earth are stripped to silence when they behold their King. Every seed that I had sown fell upon the stumbling Glory to God in the highest, for he has done great things. But men of earth are stripped to silence when they behold their King. They behold their King.
Okay, where can people get to know you more and to listen to your music?
Yeah, we would love to be connected. So all across the board on all of our social medias, it's Goldpine Music. And then as far as their website, it's goldpinemusic.com. And they can get all of our music there. All of our music is streamed on all the streaming platforms, including YouTube and Spotify and Apple and Deezer, Bandcamp, all the things. And yeah, and they can also see our schedule on there because we tour over 200 dates a year. We'd love to see you at a show. And if you don't do streaming platforms, they could get our album on our website or our vinyl. We have all of our vinyls for $3 are hot pink with gold in them.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Yeah, they sound pretty good too.
I noticed a lot of information was on the website. Definitely go there if you don't know where to go.
Yeah.
Goldpinemusic.com. And you'll get pretty much all the links from that point on.
Yeah.
Well, great. Thank you so much for being at this time, spending time with me.
Thanks for having
this
us.
interview.
Thank you.
In your beautiful studio again. And hopefully we'll see you out on the road. Hopefully I'll be able to capture some of you on video out there too.
That'd be great.
As
Yeah.
well. Thank you guys for joining us. We want to invite you. I want to invite you to my next video. It'll be coming up soon, and the next interview. And thank you again for joining us. And please follow these guys. And really appreciate the music. And thanks again for being here.
Thank you.